It may sound like the plot of a sci-fi movie, but there are some things about Machu Picchu's construction that defy logic.
Machu Picchu has long captivated the world, a breathtaking city perched high in the Andes, a testament to the ingenuity of the Inca civilization. For decades, it has been studied, photographed, and romanticized. But recent discoveries by scientists and archaeologists are painting a far darker, more disturbing picture. Hidden tombs, strange artifacts, and structural anomalies suggest Machu Picchu was not just a city. It may have been a place of secrets, rituals, and technologies that challenge everything we thought we knew about the Incas. As AI and modern investigative techniques analyze the site, they are uncovering patterns and evidence that were invisible to the human eye. What truly happened in Machu Picchu, and why were these truths buried for centuries? Could the Incas have been guarding knowledge humanity is still unprepared to comprehend? Stay with us as we find out. Machu Picchu has long been celebrated as one of the world's most breathtaking archaeological sites, a symbol of Incan ingenuity and cultural achievement. Tourists marvel at its terraced slopes, its sweeping vistas, and the intricate stonework that seems to defy both gravity and time. But beneath the familiar pathways and polished walls lies a hidden world of secrets that scientists are only beginning to uncover. For decades, research focused on the visible structures, interpreting them as temples, residences, or ceremonial sites. Yet recent excavations, advanced imaging technologies, and AI-driven analysis have revealed layers of subterranean passageways, hidden chambers, and geological modifications that suggest a far more complex and disturbing reality. These findings hint at purposes beyond simple habitation or ceremonial use, raising questions about the true intentions of Machu Picchu's builders and the forces that guided their hands. The most startling discoveries come from beneath the citadel itself. Researchers employing ground-penetrating radar and three-dimensional mapping have detected hidden cavities, some large enough to hold entire ritual spaces and corridors carved with such precision that they appear almost modern. These subterranean structures suggest that Machu Picchu was designed to conceal, protect, or contain something far more significant than previously imagined. It is as though the visible ruins were merely a facade, hiding layers of complexity that could dramatically alter our understanding of Incan civilization. In addition to structural anomalies, chemical analyses of soil and stone reveal traces of substances not typically associated with domestic or ceremonial sites. Certain residues suggest prolonged use for unknown purposes, potentially linked to rituals or activities that modern science struggles to categorize. The alignment of these underground spaces with natural rock formations, water sources, and astronomical markers hints at intentional design, a deliberate integration of geology, architecture, and cosmology. These revelations raise profound questions. Why were these spaces hidden so meticulously? What knowledge, artifacts, or practices were meant to remain secret? And how much of what we see above ground was intended to mislead observers? Scientists now confront the possibility that Machu Picchu is more than a monument of human achievement. It is a carefully orchestrated enigma, a site built to guard information that may challenge our understanding of history, spirituality, and human capability. What truths have lain beneath the stones for centuries, invisible yet preserved, waiting for the world to uncover them? Let's find out. The engineering feats of Machu Picchu have long been admired for their ingenuity, but recent studies reveal capabilities that challenge even modern comprehension. Terraces cut into steep mountainsides, water channels that withstand centuries of erosion, and stones so precisely fitted that even a razor cannot pass between them, all suggest knowledge far beyond what traditional interpretations of Incan technology can explain. Scientists are now questioning whether conventional accounts of the site's construction underestimate the sophistication of its builders. The precision, scale, and complexity of the infrastructure hint at a civilization capable of manipulating both landscape and resources with astonishing accuracy. Ground-penetrating radar and LiDAR mapping have uncovered unexpected layers of engineering beneath the surface. Retaining walls conceal networks of drainage systems, tunnels, and platforms that indicate advanced knowledge of hydrodynamics, seismic reinforcement, and material stability. Certain stones exhibit cutting techniques that, according to AI analysis, would be nearly impossible to achieve with tools known to have existed at the time.
The radar also indicates a huge amount of metal down there.
These discoveries suggest either lost technologies or methods intentionally obscured from historical record. The water management systems are particularly striking. Channels carved into rock distribute water with exacting precision, ensuring year-round irrigation, erosion control, and flood prevention. This level of mastery over natural forces suggests an understanding of hydraulics that rivals modern engineering. AI models simulating the system show it could regulate flow to the entire citadel with minimal human intervention, demonstrating foresight and planning at a scale rarely acknowledged in historical studies. Even the placement of stone blocks challenges explanation. Each massive rock fits seamlessly with its neighbors, resistant to centuries of earthquakes, landslides, and extreme weather. The alignment and weight distribution indicate knowledge of physics and structural dynamics not typically attributed to pre-Columbian civilizations. Some researchers propose the possibility of lost knowledge or techniques passed down in secrecy, perhaps encoded in the very layout of the citadel itself. These findings beg critical questions. Were these engineering marvels created solely for practical or ceremonial purposes, or were they designed to conceal deeper knowledge? Could the site's precision reflect a sophisticated understanding of mathematics, geology, and astronomy far exceeding what history credits to the Inca? Machu Picchu may be not merely an architectural triumph, but a monument to a civilization with advanced, hidden capabilities, intentionally hidden beneath its awe-inspiring exterior. The deeper we explore, the more disturbing the implications become. Recent excavations have revealed that Machu Picchu is far more than a surface-level wonder. Beneath the familiar terraces and temples, hidden chambers and tunnels lie concealed, some untouched for centuries. Ground-penetrating radar, seismic scanning, and AI-assisted reconstruction have identified rooms and passageways that suggest intentional concealment. These chambers vary in size, from small niches barely large enough for a person to occupy, to cavernous halls that could accommodate dozens. Their purposes remain uncertain, but their existence alone challenges the notion that the citadel was solely a residential or ceremonial site. Inside these hidden spaces, researchers discovered artifacts and architectural details unlike anything above ground. Some chambers contain intricately carved niches, geometric inscriptions, and stone platforms suggesting ceremonial use. AI-driven pattern recognition has highlighted recurring motifs linking underground chambers to astronomical alignments visible from the surface. This suggests that hidden spaces were integrated into a broader cosmological and ritual design, a system of knowledge encoded both above and below the citadel. Chemical analyses of soil samples in these chambers revealed residues inconsistent with typical domestic or religious activities. Traces of organic materials, mineral compounds, and possible pigments indicate activities that remain mysterious to modern science. Some areas show evidence of heat, wear, or repeated handling, suggesting these spaces were in regular use for purposes deliberately hidden from casual observers. The sophistication and secrecy imply that these chambers were central to the citadel's function, yet unknown to early explorers and even modern historians until recently. Furthermore, AI simulations suggest some chambers could serve as acoustic amplifiers, transmitting sound in ways that amplify ritual or communication practices. This raises unsettling possibilities. Were these spaces designed for ceremonies involving sound, observation, or signals? Were they intended to store forbidden knowledge, precious artifacts, or even dangerous materials? The hidden chambers fundamentally alter our understanding of Machu Picchu. The citadel is not simply a collection of terraces and temples. It is a layered, multi-dimensional environment designed to conceal as much as it reveals. What secrets do these chambers hold, buried beneath centuries of stone and soil? And what does their existence say about the sophistication, intentions, and possible esoteric knowledge of the Inca civilization?
The Inca are really well known for their incredible stonework.
The answers lie waiting, hidden just beneath the surface, ready to challenge everything we thought we knew. Among the most disturbing revelations at Machu Picchu are the artifacts discovered in its hidden chambers and terraces. For decades, archaeologists focused on ceramics, tools, and textiles visible above ground, assuming these objects reflected everyday life or religious practices. Yet recent excavations reveal items far more enigmatic, metallic objects that do not match known Incan metallurgy, intricately carved stones depicting unknown symbols, and vessels containing residues inconsistent with conventional use. Some artifacts appear deliberately concealed, hidden in niches, tunnels, or behind walls that only modern imaging has revealed. Their placement suggests not only secrecy, but intentional safeguarding, raising questions about what the Inca sought to protect. AI-assisted analysis has provided startling insight into these artifacts. Certain metals exhibit unusual compositions, including elements not typically found in the region or era. Some items appear crafted with precision that would challenge even contemporary metalworking techniques. In addition, geometric carvings on stone artifacts display patterns aligned with celestial movements, hinting at astronomical or ritualistic purposes beyond conventional understanding. Their design suggests knowledge of mathematics, physics, and cosmology that may surpass historical assumptions about Incan capabilities. Organic residues within vessels and containers point to unknown substances, possibly related to medicinal, ceremonial, or even experimental practices. Chemical analysis has identified compounds that do not correspond to local flora, minerals, or known trade networks, indicating that these materials may have been imported, synthesized, or otherwise curated for specific purposes. Such findings challenge traditional views of Incan resource acquisition and scientific knowledge, suggesting either lost technology, esoteric practices, or interactions with external cultures previously unknown. These artifacts force a re-evaluation of Machu Picchu itself.
When we think of the mysteries of ancient civilizations in South America, inevitably, Machu Picchu comes to mind.
The citadel was not merely a royal retreat or ceremonial center. It functioned as a repository for knowledge, technology, and materials that required secrecy. The deliberate concealment of certain objects implies that their significance exceeded the ordinary, potentially holding symbolic, spiritual, or practical power. Moreover, AI-driven pattern recognition connects some artifacts with underground chambers and astronomical alignments, indicating a coordinated system of design linking physical space, celestial observation, and ritual activity. The unsettling question arises: why would a civilization meticulously conceal objects of unknown origin or purpose? Were these artifacts meant to preserve knowledge, protect dangerous technologies, or maintain sacred traditions hidden from outsiders? Machu Picchu, long regarded as a testament to Incan ingenuity, now appears as a carefully orchestrated enigma, a site designed not only to impress the eye but to obscure its most significant mysteries. The artifacts hint at a level of sophistication, secrecy, and intention that challenges conventional understanding of history and human capability. Machu Picchu has long been associated with ceremonial activity, but recent discoveries suggest rituals far more complex and in some ways disturbing than historians previously imagined. Hidden chambers, terraces, and niches contain signs of practices deliberately concealed, some involving substances, instruments, or arrangements that defy contemporary interpretation. Ground-penetrating radar and AI-assisted 3D reconstruction reveal spatial patterns linking chambers to astronomical alignments, water channels, and terraces, suggesting ceremonies designed to integrate natural, celestial, and constructed environments. These patterns are not merely symbolic. They reflect precise engineering, timing, and coordination that indicate advanced knowledge of space, time, and ritual impact. Chemical analysis supports the extraordinary nature of these rituals. Traces of organic compounds, resins, and pigments in hidden niches do not correspond with everyday food, incense, or traditional ceremonial substances. Some residues indicate prolonged exposure to heat or fermentation, suggesting processes that were carefully controlled. The distribution of these materials within chambers points to deliberate placement and repeated use, rather than incidental activity, implying that Machu Picchu served as a center for practices intended to remain secret. Artifacts discovered in these spaces further hint at ritual complexity. Objects shaped like astronomical instruments, carvings depicting unknown iconography, and metallic implements with unexplained wear patterns suggest the performance of highly specialized ceremonies. Some chambers appear to have been acoustically designed, amplifying sound or enhancing resonance, possibly to intensify ritual effects. AI analysis connects these physical features with natural sunlight, water flow, and lunar cycles, revealing that ceremonies may have been timed with precision to celestial or environmental events. The implications are profound. The Inca were not merely performing religious rites, they were executing highly sophisticated, coordinated, and secretive rituals, possibly intended to access, manipulate, or honor forces beyond ordinary comprehension. Evidence points to ceremonies involving hidden knowledge, technologies, or practices deliberately shielded from outsiders and even later generations. These rituals challenge assumptions about the simplicity or accessibility of Incan spiritual life, suggesting layers of intentional secrecy maintained across time. The question emerges: what knowledge or power were these rituals meant to preserve? Why were they hidden beneath terraces and within chambers inaccessible to ordinary participants? Machu Picchu, long celebrated as a marvel of human ingenuity, now presents a more disturbing narrative. It was a citadel not only of stone, but of carefully guarded practices, knowledge, and ceremonial power. The traces of these rituals raise more questions than answers, hinting at secrets humanity is only beginning to uncover. Recent genetic analyses at Machu Picchu have unearthed DNA evidence that challenges accepted historical narratives. Excavations in hidden tombs, niches, and ceremonial spaces have yielded human and animal remains, some centuries old, with genetic markers unexpected for the region and time period. These findings suggest previously unknown lineages, hybridization events, or interactions between populations not documented in historical accounts. AI-driven comparative analysis indicates that certain mitochondrial sequences, isotopes, and phenotypic markers diverge from established Andean populations, raising questions about migration, ancestry, and the true demographic composition of the citadel. Animal DNA also presents anomalies. Samples from domesticated species, ritual offerings, and bones buried in specific chambers show traits not consistent with known Incan husbandry. Some specimens contain genetic markers typical of distant or previously unknown species, implying trade, transport, or selective breeding practices far beyond what historians believed possible. These findings suggest intentional manipulation of animal populations, perhaps for ceremonial, practical, or experimental purposes. Human DNA analysis has been equally disturbing. Certain skeletal remains exhibit anomalies in bone structure, dental patterns, and isotopic composition that indicate diets, environmental exposures, or even adaptations inconsistent with traditional Incan lifestyles. Some findings imply interaction with groups or regions previously unknown in historical records, suggesting that Machu Picchu may have hosted individuals of extraordinary status, knowledge, or purpose, possibly tied to ritual or technological activity.
When we think of the mysteries of ancient civilizations in South America, inevitably, Machu Picchu comes to mind.
The implications are significant. DNA evidence points to a level of social, biological, and technological sophistication in Incan society that exceeds conventional understanding. These discoveries suggest deliberate selection, cultivation, and preservation of both human and animal lineages for reasons still unclear. Combined with hidden chambers, artifacts, and ritual evidence, the DNA findings paint a picture of a citadel functioning as a hub of controlled knowledge, ceremonial power, and possibly experimental practices. Ultimately, Machu Picchu is revealed not merely as an architectural marvel, but as a carefully orchestrated site integrating biology, technology, and ritual. The DNA evidence challenges accepted history, revealing interactions, knowledge, and practices long lost to time. What purpose did these manipulations serve, and why were they so meticulously concealed? The answers remain buried beneath centuries of stone, soil, and secrecy, waiting for science and technology to uncover the disturbing truths of this ancient citadel. Machu Picchu has long fascinated researchers for its precise astronomical alignments, but recent studies reveal calculations far more complex than previously understood. Temples, terraces, and even hidden chambers are oriented to track celestial events with stunning accuracy. During solstices, sunlight illuminates specific stones or niches, sometimes passing through narrow windows to strike hidden markers deep within the citadel. The precision is extraordinary, considering the lack of advanced tools traditionally attributed to the Inca. AI simulations now show that entire networks of structures align not only with the sun, but also with lunar cycles, equinoxes, and specific star constellations. The Intihuatana stone, long thought to be merely a ritual sundial, gains new significance under these analyses. Hidden observation points and subterranean markers indicate that the Inca could track solar, lunar, and possibly planetary positions with remarkable accuracy. Some chambers act as observatories, allowing precise measurements of celestial bodies from inside the citadel without exposure to the outside. These findings suggest knowledge of astronomy that may surpass historical records, with implications for navigation, agriculture, and ritual timing.
What's very interesting is I saw evidence of ancient structures underneath what's there now.
Even more disturbing are alignments with hidden chambers. AI reconstruction shows that subterranean corridors, previously unknown, are positioned to capture solar or lunar light during specific times, illuminating artifacts or niches within. the effect could have served ceremonial, observational, or even symbolic purposes, integrating cosmic forces with hidden rituals. This suggests that Machu Picchu's designers intentionally embedded secret knowledge into the architecture, linking human activity with celestial phenomena in ways still poorly understood. These alignments also reveal potential predictive capabilities. Patterns suggest that the Inca may have used the citadel to forecast astronomical events, track seasonal changes, or calculate cycles critical for agriculture and ritual. The combination of precise construction, hidden chambers, and AI analysis indicates a civilization capable of integrating architecture, astronomy, and ritual in a sophisticated system. The question emerges: were these alignments purely practical, or did they encode hidden knowledge, accessible only to select initiates? Machu Picchu may have functioned not just as a city or ceremonial site, but as a cosmic observatory, a repository of astronomical wisdom deliberately hidden beneath stone and soil. Humanity is only beginning to understand the full depth of this celestial design, and the implications may fundamentally alter our understanding of ancient science and Incan civilization. For centuries, historians have studied Incan quipuss, textiles, and codices for evidence of culture, history, and rituals. Yet AI-assisted decoding of these records has unveiled knowledge previously inaccessible to scholars. Certain quipuss, knotted strings traditionally understood as accounting tools, contain patterns correlating with astronomical events, hidden geographic features, and ritual cycles. AI analysis suggests that these devices encoded far more than simple numbers, possibly including instructions, locations of hidden chambers, and ceremonial practices previously misinterpreted or ignored. Similarly, textile patterns thought to be decorative reveal consistent, intentional symbolism. Repeated motifs match subterranean layouts, astronomical alignments, and artifact placements, implying that visual art served as a map or guide to forbidden knowledge. AI simulations confirm that seemingly abstract designs correspond to specific geographic coordinates within Machu Picchu and surrounding terrain, indicating an advanced system of encoding critical information. Even written chronicles, preserved by Spanish chroniclers and Incan descendants, contain references to hidden wisdom, sacred pathways, and secreted chambers, rarely mentioned in mainstream accounts. When cross-referenced with archaeological data, these accounts align with subterranean discoveries, unusual artifacts, and ritual evidence.
What I'm really trying to find is evidence of things that came before the Inca.
How does a place like Machu Picchu appear?
AI pattern recognition confirms deliberate correlation, suggesting that the Inca intentionally hid information from outsiders, preserving knowledge for select initiates or future generations. This forbidden knowledge hints at mastery of astronomy, engineering, biology, and possibly energy manipulation. Certain records describe practices consistent with what modern science would call experimentation, observation, or advanced construction techniques. The integration of artifacts, hidden chambers, and encoded quipuss suggests that Machu Picchu was not merely a ceremonial site, but a hub of knowledge carefully concealed from common view. The disturbing implication is that what we know of the Inca represents only a fraction of their capabilities. AI-assisted decoding is revealing layers of sophistication, secrecy, and intention previously unrecognized. Machu Picchu, long celebrated for its beauty and ingenuity, was also a vault of hidden wisdom, guarded through architecture, artifacts, ritual, and coded records. The question remains: what truths were considered too dangerous or sacred for the uninitiated? And what impact could rediscovering them have on our understanding of history and civilization? Modern AI has revolutionized the study of Machu Picchu, revealing connections and patterns invisible to traditional archaeology. By cross-referencing hidden chambers, artifacts, quipuss, DNA evidence, and astronomical alignments, AI has reconstructed a vision of the citadel that challenges centuries of assumptions. Previously isolated anomalies now form a coherent system of knowledge, ritual, and secrecy. The AI identified correlations between subterranean passages, celestial events, and artifacts that suggest a deliberate, highly sophisticated design. For example, certain chambers, previously considered storage spaces, align perfectly with solstice sunlight, specific constellations, and ritual platforms. Artifacts within these chambers correspond to astronomical markers and DNA findings, suggesting a deliberate integration of biology, cosmology, and sacred practice. AI simulations of light, sound, and energy flow reveal that hidden chambers could have amplified or channeled ritual activity, creating sensory experiences beyond ordinary perception. The analysis also decodes Quipus with precision previously unattainable. AI identifies patterns corresponding to locations of hidden chambers, timings of rituals, and possibly instructions for ceremonial procedures.
We want to know as much as possible about the habits and customs of the Incas. What was their relationship with nature, with the gods?
These revelations suggest the Inca encoded highly advanced knowledge, using architecture, art, and knotted strings as multi-layered communication tools. Artifacts, DNA evidence, and geological analysis confirm the reality of these discoveries, proving that Machu Picchu's secrets were deliberately hidden and intricately planned. The implications are profound. For decades, the citadel was seen as a remarkable but comprehensible Incan city. AI shows it was a multi-dimensional hub of science, ritual, and concealed knowledge, deliberately structured to safeguard critical information. Hidden chambers, artifacts, and encoded records collectively indicate that Machu Picchu functioned as a knowledge repository, a site designed to preserve, protect, and transmit wisdom across generations. AI also raises questions about human capability. Could the Inca have developed such complex systems independently, or does the citadel reflect knowledge lost to history, influenced by unknown sources? The technology of modern AI has merely begun to unlock these truths, revealing a Machu Picchu far stranger, more sophisticated, and more disturbing than anyone imagined. Humanity stands at the threshold of uncovering secrets long concealed beneath stone and soil. Machu Picchu is no longer simply an architectural wonder or tourist destination. AI-assisted research reveals a citadel designed to conceal knowledge, integrate astronomical precision, and safeguard ritual and biological secrets. Hidden chambers, encoded Quipus, artifacts of unknown origin, DNA anomalies, and subterranean corridors collectively indicate a civilization of extraordinary sophistication and secrecy. The Inca achieved a level of planning, engineering, and knowledge preservation that challenges traditional narratives of pre-Columbian history. The implications extend far beyond archaeology. Machu Picchu may represent a repository of lost science, esoteric wisdom, and ritual practices carefully encoded into every stone, artifact, and chamber. AI analysis demonstrates that the citadel's creators understood astronomy, engineering, acoustics, and biology at a level that modern science is only beginning to grasp. The combination of concealed chambers, encoded records, and astronomical alignments suggests a deliberate, long-term strategy for knowledge preservation, secrecy, and ceremonial significance. These findings force us to reconsider human history, the limits of ancient knowledge, and the potential existence of advanced practices deliberately hidden from contemporary understanding. Machu Picchu becomes not merely a cultural treasure, but a warning and a revelation. Civilizations may have possessed capabilities far exceeding what has survived in historical records, safeguarded through secrecy and ritual. The site challenges our assumptions about human potential, historical narrative, and the nature of preserved knowledge.
The Incas were artisans, astronomers, and farmers. But it's their architecture that draws thousands of tourists to the site each year.
Every hidden chamber, every encoded quipu, every unexplained artifact adds a layer of complexity to our understanding of the Inca. As AI continues to decode the citadel's mysteries, we are confronted with questions about what other secrets the world's ancient sites may conceal. What truths lie waiting beneath centuries of stone and soil, silently preserved? Humanity's exploration of Machu Picchu has only begun, and the disturbing discoveries already made hint at wisdom, technology, and practices that could reshape our understanding of history, civilization, and the limits of human ingenuity. Machu Picchu is far more than an ancient city frozen in time. It is a carefully constructed repository of knowledge, ritual, and secrets. Hidden chambers, encoded quipus, unexplained artifacts, and astronomical alignments reveal a civilization whose sophistication challenges everything we thought we knew about the Inca. For centuries, much of this knowledge remained concealed, intentionally or through obscurity, until modern AI began decoding its mysteries. What other truths lie buried beneath stone and soil, hidden for generations? Could uncovering these secrets rewrite history, alter our understanding of human potential, or reveal knowledge humanity is not yet ready to wield?